Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers. And after much mining, we finally have the resources we need to start working on the bigger build that we have been talking about. And we've also added, if you can see him kind of poking out down there, we now have Bob. Oh yeah. Oh, so we're going to get started. So let's go. Okay, everybody. So, happy Monday. Yes. It's been a long... Yeah. Alright. So, let me show you what we've got going on. As you can see, we've got the little mining craft actually up and running. We've been leaving the thrusters on. I did go ahead and repaint it. No, it looks like I haven't restarted that thruster. So, yeah, we've actually had some suggestions for names. And we are going to be probably renaming that beast today. I haven't decided yet. We still have our scout, obviously. Now that we've put Bob in, I didn't go through and mark things for Bob to ignore, so he welded everything up. So all of the, what used to be empty blocks are now completely welded in. So we have a completely sealed and finished base. Oh, look at you. Huh. I might have to go back and I kind of like that, actually. I think we're going to have to make some modifications to the base here. Yeah. Interesting. Alright. Let's see, I get distracted by my own builds. Alright, so for what people have been asking for, or what I should say, people have said that they would like to see. I've been listening to everything, been taking everybody's feedback into consideration, and I do agree. I think we're going to do a giant build. We're going to have a ground-based rover that we will turn into a mobile base. Now, once that is built, I think I am going to leave this place here for a couple of reasons. The main one being the fact that I actually like this base. And it gives us a place to come back to if we need to, which is surprisingly important given the amount of death and destruction I have seen this time through. Okay. Oh, so, yeah, let's go ahead and grab some plates. Let me show you what we've got resource-wise. We've got quite a bit of materials now. As you can see, we have really increased the amount of iron that we're keeping, but if you notice down here, we've got a lot more material to be processed. Right now the refineries should be mostly full, so you know we've got like 100, just shy of 100k gold or silver, and then 24k nickel, some more nickel, which I'm see if we can move you up there. There we go. And we're gonna have you process a bit more of that because we need more iron than anything else right now. And we're gonna go, you know, there we go. Okay, so we rebalanced a little bit. But what that comes down to is we're gonna be burning through these resources really, really quickly. And before we go too much further, actually, I want to do this here so that I can actually get the materials out. Come on. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and grab 1,000 plates because we're going to burn through it. I'm almost out of oxygen. Look at that. That would have been bad, especially since I've got the UI turned off currently. That could have been pretty catastrophic, actually. Alright, so what we're thinking here, and oh crap, I need to turn... keep getting sidetracked. I need to turn Bob off. We haven't done so. We're gonna go ahead and say, there you go. Now you can ignore us for a little bit, Bob. Go to sleep. You've been working very hard. Greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some of this stuff off our inventory. We are going to grab our suspension wheels. We have blocks. We need a landing gear, which I thought was on here, but I guess not. And a boarding ramp. Alright, so if you remember when we placed this thing, we had some issues with remembering which direction is front on it. Well, we have one for reference. And so we're going to go take a look at that really quick. Ah, crap. See if we can... There we go. Do. Come on. Alright. So the back of the ramp is the heavily sloped side. The front is the squared. Okay. Good to know. This is going to be important because we're going to actually use this thing on the new build. Now, we have a ridiculous amount of room over here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to just start with basically a simple enough build. I'll make sure. Did you really give me the... you did. Alright. So let's bring this thing over just a wee bit. Ow. Okay. Yeah, it's not moving. That's good. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to just do my traditional little start where we got 3, 4, and 5. Bring this over a little bit. And I'm thinking, because this is really just to get it started, we don't need to worry too much about where we're going with things quite yet. Now we do want this to be the 5x5. And let's go ahead and turn off the auto rotate so that that will leave us alone. I think I went you that way. Yes? Yes, okay. That should work. And then we're going to go ahead and come back. Oh, I don't know. How far back do we want to take that? Because it's going to be wheeled. We're going to have this... Actually... We're going to have that come back this way. Come on, thank you. And let's go ahead and do this. And yes, basically what I'll have to do is I'll build a small platform here for the wheels to stand on once we get everything up and running. And just for a sense of perspective, because you don't really get a chance to see just how large these things are. Yeah, let me, let me put that into perspective for you. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and take you back this way. And that's going to be the beginnings of our behemoth. Now what I'm thinking of is basically taking what we did here and ramping this up in size. So we'll end up with something very similar to it once we're done. But I want to have, because as you can tell here, we don't have a whole lot of clearance under here. So what I'm going to do is, we're not going to put the connector on the bottom this time, so that we'll be able to keep the ship up off of the ground a little bit more. Not that the giant wheels of doom aren't going to do that already, but, you know, it'd be nice to have the ability to have a vehicle drive under this thing. And then we're going to go... I guess we should make a decision on just how big we want to take this thing. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that's going to give us 15 blocks there. Now, where I'm going to run into problems is that I want this to have refining and assembly on board. And we're going to need cargo. And I'm thinking if we do that as the beginnings of the plate, let's do something like this. And we said 15. How many wide is this? This is 1 block wide. That actually works out really well. Okay. Because we want this to be the way we get in and out of the ship. So we may end up having to rebuild some of this around the idea of having maybe not so much a gondola, but a gondola style or gondola theme entrance where, ooh, you know what we might be able to do? We might be able to have this entire thing on a piston that comes down. That might be interesting. Alright, so for now, we did what, 15 across, right? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yes. So we need to go in 7 right there. Now remember, the square portion is the front of the ramp. So the question is do we want to have the ramp dropping backwards, or do we want the ramp dropping forward? I think we want the ramp dropping forward. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and frame this in. And like I said, we are going to rework this. This is just kind of a placeholder thing to give an idea of where things need to go in order to have everything in place. So if it's coming up that way, let's go ahead and do an airlock here. Which one are you? You are the proper airlock, yes? Yes, okay. So you'll come up in here, there will be an airlock, and then that'll get you into the rest of the vehicle. Let's see what we have for stairs here. Oops, if I spell it correctly. Oh, see, I didn't put the passageway mod on here. That's kind of sad, because if I put the passageway mod in, I'd have the enclosed stairs that would come up and into the ship. Alright, that's fine. We can make this work anyway. Now, do we want to go... Oh, you know what? Let me get rid of these off of here. We're going to go ahead and grab these guys. Yeah, that should work. And so we have options. Let's go grab some interior plates. So I was going to say, is we have options on how we're going to use the stairs. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do them as a more vertical or a more horizontal approach. And we'll figure out our wheels and everything a little bit later. So what I'm talking about here is we could have these set up so, I don't know, like here, and then you come up them like a normal set of stairs, or you can do it more of a boarding ramp style, so it's more of a ladder. And I'm thinking I kind of like the ladder idea, because that allows us to take this a little bit more vertical a little earlier in the build. And you can still walk up these just like you can if they were regular stairs. So that is something to keep in mind if you're ever wanting to do stuff like this. But this also gives us the ability to say, if we wanted to, we could say this. Or we could do this, rather. If we do that, that's 3 blocks. Yes, that'll work. That should work. So what I'm thinking here is basically setting up all of our stuff like this, where we have most of the refineries and manufacturing processes basically like right here as you come in. So if we go refinery, should have enough room to get a couple of these in here, and we want you to go there, and I think we may have enough room. Ah, we're one too shy, right? Just one too close. For us to make it to work, we'd have to do that, which we could do. Take this out, take this out. Maybe have a conveyor block in here. Alright. And then we put a couple of more cargo in. And I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with this here in a moment. I mean, I could just add another cargo block and just give us 4 cargo. But I kind of like this idea because it's going to shift the mass more towards the back side of the build. Of course, you would get stuck on the one thing holding up the entire build, right? Come here, you. T600s. You are due for an upgrade. Alright, I'm not chasing the rest of you guys down. Ooh, solar panels. Nice, I didn't even think about making those. I've got a lot of parts being made for this build, so... we can do that. Some displays. That's not a problem. Awesome. And so what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and do another refinery on this side. We're going to flip it so that it matches up. We are then going to do the same thing on the other side. And one more here. Okay. So that gives us 4 refineries. It gives us rather a large amount of cargo space. And now I know that people are sitting there going, okay, Hal, you put an airlock in. How are you going to pressurize this? Carefully. That's going to be my answer for this. We'll do this carefully. What I will probably end up doing is I may even go like this. Go for a second height on that. And if we do conveyors, 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 that'll allow us to have this thing set up so that we can actually pipe stuff around and have room to put a floor in on top of it to seal this in. Alright, how are we doing for space so far? A pretty good amount of space there. Alright, so I'm thinking this may give us the ability. You know what? Oh. Let's grab our tools here really quick because I wasn't paying attention, and go ahead and take this stuff out. Like I said, we know that this is basically where we're going to have the wheels come in on it. But I may change that up a little bit. Because I'm looking at this going, you know, we have enough room here that we could have a small docking area for the for this little guy. All right, come here. Come here, you. We're gonna check this out for a second. Let's go ahead and get our height up here. And the nice thing is that we'll be able to charge this thing up a little bit too. Alright, so we're going to go try and not take out the landing gear to have this whole thing come crashing down on top of us. That would be unfortunate. Extremely amusing, but unfortunate. Because what we may need to do is we may need to... no, that looks like that might actually fit. That might actually fit. Alright. So let's do a quick check here and see what this is going to look like as far as spacing is concerned. So this, all of these blocks are going to come out of here in a second. I just want to see what our spacing looks like. Because if this fits in here, I think this fits. If it fits, it ships. Look at that. Okay, my my measurements aren't completely wrong then. Oh, it is just a little too wide. Alright, so that means we will need... Actually, let's go here. Yeah, just a little too wide by one block. Alright. That's still workable. We can still make this work. So the idea is, what I want to do is have a bay that we can actually pick this thing up in and have it locked with us to take with. That way, if we don't need to take the behemoth out in our bout, we can take the smaller ship out to do some exploration, some general resource gathering, you know, usual stuff, usual. So, I mean, I could basically build this into a small shop area, put a landing gear on the piston, have it come down, pick this thing up, take the wheels off, and bring the wheels in on both sides. Oh, at least bring in the wheels on this side. If I brought... How far in would I have to bring them? Yeah, because if I brought... Basically, if I took all the wheels off and moved this entire thing in one block, that would do it. Bring that in one block and then have this side basically have the wheels attached directly to the wall like they are on this side, or they would be on this side. Yes, I think that's going to work nicely. Okay, so we have an idea. We're working on a plan. And you are just a touch too far forward. Yeah, let's see. So if we did this the proper way, this is actually going to need one block in because we'd have to have blast doors around the upper edge. Yeah, looks like we actually have enough room to do this. Ow. Just smacked into the ground. Alright. So if we do this. This would be the other wall. Look at that. Oh, it's a tight fit, but it's gonna work. It's gonna go from here. Look at that. Yes, it does actually fit into the space once we move those wheels. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is awesome. So yes, we will work on making this a vehicle bay for this guy. Because like I said, I like this little thing. I want to keep it with me for a while. And it has the added benefit of providing us with ways of getting things into and out of the ship. Like I said, we'll be able to take this thing out and go do some exploration with it. Let me go ahead and just frame this in. So that'll be the wall. We can use this as a walkway area, maybe. How about if we do... I don't know. How do we want to do that? Because if we use that as a walkway level, it's going to fit within this spacing. So let's go ahead and grab that door back. Now what I'm thinking here is that this will basically be sealed, or this will allow it to be sealed. When that comes up, oh, you know what? No, let's do it this way. We're gonna go. Oh, that's the rotary. We want the corner. See? Alright. Oh, what's that hydrogen? Whoa. Oh, look at that timing. Oh, alright, that was close. And I know you're probably all sitting there, Hal, you're about to run out of ice. Ah. Alright. Alright, let's go and grab some fresh supplies here. Get this up here. We're going to go drop off some of that stuff. Alright. And then we will be able to have this go like so, I think. Yeah, because I can do a window here that goes up. So you'll come in, you'll have the option of going here. This will be the walkway that gets you out and about. We'll have to have... This is actually going to end up being fairly tall because if we're going to use a piston, what we're going to have to do is have enough height for the piston to be put in here, which is going to be 3 blocks tall. And then another 3 blocks for the landing gear. I think it's 3 blocks for landing gear, right? Yeah. 2 blocks for landing gear. So this is going to end up being at least 5 blocks tall. And then 2, 3, 5. So this is going to come over this way. How many? 2, 3, 4. So that's going to come over. We'll have to build something on that. 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, all right. And then the piston will hang down, landing gear underneath it. Oh, you know what I could do too, and this is 3 blocks. We can use the force field which means we can actually make this portion airtight. Oh, snazzy. All right. Okay, so I don't want to get too far into the greebling on this. Let's go ahead and do this. And I will take those guide measures, the things we're using as guides right now, these columns O blocks, those will come out. Oh. Did I must have... Huh. Weird. Okay. And then this can come off here really quick. Like I said, we're just getting some ideas. I may come back and remove some of this stuff at some point. We haven't decided yet. But this at least gets us thinking about what we have available. Yeah. Did I not put... No, I got the hangers in here. Shield enhancer. Are they under doors? Maybe they're under gate? No. Alright. I forgot what those things are called. Let's go take a look. What are you called? Hanger. Yeah, should come up under hanger. Alright, turn the light on. Oh, that's right, because they're using these. So we want this one because this gives us the option of a 3 block. It's 5 in the corner. That is 2. That is a 3. Right? Yeah. It's a shame we don't have... I mean, I guess we could technically get away with 6. Okay. So we can't put it there, but we can place it there. So let's do that on this side. Oh, you're 1 shy, so you actually do have to come out. Oh, crap. Alright. Quick rework. It'd be nice if they actually set these up around the idea of where they need to be to seal things. Nope, I'm gonna have to drop that down 1 block. Man, it'd be really nice if those were only half blocks. Maybe I'll ask Krieg if he wouldn't mind doing that. Make those a half block. Because what we're going to have to do is we're basically going to have these things hanging like this. Which is actually okay. I don't really mind that too much because then it just means we bring everything down a layer. Which may end up actually being better overall. But that'll allow us to have a sealed room here. And then this should... Actually, you are connector there, right? So let's grab our conveyor blocks really quick. Now, normally what I would do is when I'm doing builds like this, I would actually go ahead and do a just a cutaway and let you see what we were working on once everything was done. But I thought it might be interesting to kind of walk through it this time together. That way you can see what some of my thought processes are, because I know I'm really bad about cutting back in and talking about what I'm doing or what I'm thinking about. And several of you have asked repeatedly for me to do a little bit more as far as this kind of build process and thought processing is concerned as far when we're doing builds like this. Now the benefit of this is that we could put a second one on the other side, or we could have it be a front hanger. And I'm thinking I want it to be a hanger. So we have a vehicle bay over here, which will, you know, basically pick that thing up and allow us to do what we need to do with it, get in and out of it, and then drop it and go have, you know, go explore without having to take the giant base with us. So we've got our way in. That can be pressurized. We want you to basically do the same thing. So that's going to come in and around that way. And we're just going to go ahead and place these here for now, just to, because like I said, we are going to have to rework some of this, and I'm fine with that. You know what, we might do. And that's all that there. Yeah, I guess we can, for now, just to keep it consistent between the sides. Actually, yeah, we'll keep it. We'll do that. We'll do that. It's fun. Because what we'll do is, instead of having the force fields on this side, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and number 7 should be going. Oh, yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the outer edge. Okay. Ow! Yeah. One of those days. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff back, obviously. Gonna get all that. We'll leave our corpse in the fetal position there. And what I'm thinking here is we're going to say, for these, we're actually going to do half walls here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Should be going from there, right? Yes. Okay, that's gonna go there. Let's go ahead and do that and that, and we're just gonna do this as a fake. I don't want to call it a false bottom because it is actually a floor. But what we're gonna have is on the other side, once we get all of this in, what we can do then is have this have a set of stairs that will maybe come up next to this, up to another layer, and then we'll put blast doors on top of this, so that we can use this for either space or atmospheric thrusters. See? Sometimes the panda does think. I know it is not always common, but it does happen from time to time. And you are the connector port on this side. I don't know if we want to do that. Oh, see, that's why. You actually do come back one more. Let's see. This is why you always need to check when you're building, because that would have been a massive headache to have to fix later. Come on. There we go. And then this just comes back here just like normal. And yeah, that's right. All right. So you have that there, you have that there. All right. And then that gives us a uniform appearance underneath at least. And then we'll come back and we'll probably do some piping and things in here just to make it look a little bit more interesting and not quite so flat. All right. And you are going there to there. We're talking about a window here going up. We'll do a window here to seal this off, because that's going to eventually go that way. Never go that way. Because if you kept going that way, you should have gone straight to that horrible castle. Right. See how many people are Jim Henson fans out there without. Okay, I think we've got an idea. We've got the basis of this thing going. And then, like I said, this week we are basically going to be laying out pretty much the ship. I think when we come back next time, we'll do a little bit more advancement on what we're building. Show you a little bit more what we've got going on thought process wise. And we can talk about, you know, where are we going to take this thing, and where ultimately what are we going to achieve with it. But I think that's going to do it for us for today. So I want to thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, want to see more, or just want to do something nice for me today, hit that subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. And we're going to get out of here. So I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your day. Have a terrific week. And we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Alright, so I'm kind of liking the way that that went. Let's see. Maybe if